I was able to get these this bed weeded out and these strawberries transferred from that green bin over there. These are Secret Sunrise, and the bed over there I think was too shallow. It needed to be built up more for them to do any good. So they're over here where they'll get more direct sun now, and there's a whole bunch more over there still to deal with, but this is what I'm working with today. There's these Seascape strawberries that are tightly packed, lots of dead stuff, and they really need to be separated and put out. And we're going to put them in this bed, which I weeded earlier today. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get these, or at least a chunk of these, loosened up and broken apart. The dirt is going to be a mat of solid roots and soil. I've done this before last year, so I just need to kind of dig down, get under, so I can pull some of this up and pull it out to be dealt with over there. A lot of soil. Alright, loosen this up around the plants. Yeah, snail. And another snail. Don't want to be transplanting those things. Where are their babies? Yikes. 2 on that shovelful. I really should be stepping on them, but I don't like to kill things. Okay, we've got a little bit to work with now. So take a shovel, a little hand shovel, and separate these 2 plants here. Just going down the center, loosening it up enough that we can then separate them. And this actually looks like 2 plants. So, no, it's 3 plants. Okay, so we got it separated. And there's roots on here, so this will be a good viable plant. And I'm just taking off this dead stuff. As long as it's got 1 good leaf on it, it's fine. And this has a couple. So there we go. It's a nice viable plant. Yeah, we'll just keep doing that. This looks like 2 plants. So, and this is how you separate them too, you know, for creating more plants. This will all get big and strong. As long as they each have some roots, they should do fine. And then just take off this dead stuff. If you don't want to just pull it off, if you're not confident in that, then you can use clippers. pull out any weeds while you're at it, because you don't want to be replanting those. Alright, now most of your transplants will probably have a nice big solid corm on it, but the young ones, of course, much smaller. These are a type of strawberry that does not put out runners. It just puts out, it just doubles the corms. So you can divide them that way. So just out of those 2 clumps of strawberries, it looks like I'm going to have 10 or so. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's get these into the ground. So I'm doing 4 across. And I usually just go down one side, then go down the other. So you want to take this, clean it up a little bit more. We're going to just dig a hole that's as deep as the root mass. Plop it in, and we just want a little bit of the corm showing above the ground. And sometimes if it's really, really super long, you can't get down that far, it's okay. You let that bottom bunch up just a little bit. You just don't want it all tight on the surface. Like so. Now I am planting these a little closer together than I would be in the ground, since it's a raised bed, and the roots can just go straight down. One day, some of these will have to come out because they'll have filled in way too much. But by then I'll have another garden bed to put them in. So as you can see, it's quite easy. I've had these plants, this will be the 3rd year, so these daughters will do good for several more years, but the mother plants themselves probably only have 1 more season in them. So those ones will probably be pulled out, and you can tell basically by the size of the corm which one are the mothers and which ones are the daughters. Now, once this little bit comes up and gets fully formed into a leaf, I will take this off that has the snail damage and some winter freeze damage on it. But for now, it's needed. Another week, this will be up and the bad leaf can be taken off. If you do it now, you risk killing the plant. Alright, I'll bring you back when the bed is planted. Alright, I got all of the Seascape planted into here, It filled up the whole bed, that pool did, plus what was in those two flower boxes over there on the table. So I did have a couple extra, so I snugged some of the smaller plants up against each other, but I only did that in 2 places. So hard to believe all of that came out of those little containers, isn't it? I am looking forward to when these guys start producing berries. So this whole row is mine. That row over there is Mom's, and then Mom's gonna separate the ones in the big bed and fill that one up too. So everything on this patio will be strawberries. And judging from what just that bed over there produced last year, we're gonna have a lot of berries and be able to freeze some for the winter as well as eat fresh through the season. And these are everbearing, so they will go up until October usually, or through October sometimes. And these ones, they say that they're June bearing, but they were producing in August last year. They took a break after June was over. They took a break for about a month and a half, and then they were blooming again. So we'll see. Now that they're in full sunlight, what they'll do.